After a bunch of delays ever since Disney bought Fox, we finally get another Blue Sky movie, in this case called Spies in Disguise. Now, to be honest, I'm not really into Blue Sky movies. I'm not even a fan of them in the first place. The only one I think that stands out of the rest is the Peanuts movie, which is their best movie by far. As for the rest, well, they can make something forgettable like Rio, or something horrible like Ice Age sequels, especially the fifth one. And to be honest, I was not really looking forward to this one, especially with the concept of Will Smith turning to a pigeon, and it felt really juvenile to me. But after seeing the movie, I will say this is their best film they made yet, but that's not saying much comparing to the Peanuts movie. So what's the story about? Well, it's about a famous spy played by Will Smith named Sterling, who everyone loves and adores. One day he gets framed by a terrorist, so he turns to a lab technician named Walter, who can make him disappear. Instead of making him disappear, he turns him into a pigeon. And to be honest, the concept is really stupid in this. I mean, what do you expect from something that wants to turn Will Smith into a pigeon? It plays dumb and it takes the safe train, always. And yeah, I know Blue Sky always appeals to kids, but honestly, there has to be something that adults should like about this movie, and there has to be at least some elements in the movie that could make it at least enjoyable for adults to watch instead for kids. Another problem I have with this movie is that it seems to be taking a lot of elements from The Emperor's New Groove. Think about it, it's about this selfish person who everyone looks up to, who gets turned to an animal and has to join this goody two-shoes guy on this adventure while learning not to be a selfish prick. Honestly, it seems repetitive at this point, and there's nothing interesting it does, honestly. But there are some good things I can say about this movie. I mean, the animation looks outstanding. Like, Blue Sky usually makes great animated films. And this could be like one of their best works they made next to the Peanuts movie and also Rio. The animation looks outstanding and very beautiful actually, especially the action scenes. Even though it plays safe, the action scenes are amazing, especially with the weapons, the gadgets in this movie. Also, the acting is okay. I mean, Will Smith does a good job playing as this over-the-top pigeon, but I can't say the same for the rest. I mean, sure, Rajia Jones does a great job as her character, but I found the rest like DJ Khaled and Tom Holland to be really annoying with their characters, especially with Walter. It seems like it's exactly Peter Parker I'm hearing from Spider-Man Homecoming. I really liked if Tom Holland used his British voice for once instead of his American accent, because at the end of the day, it's very annoying. Speaking of the characters, they're not anything special at all. I mean, Sterling's the selfish jerk that has to learn not to be selfish and care for others. Walter's this kind-hearted guy who doesn't believe in violence, and the villains could have been great if they weren't cliched as hell. And as for the humor, I will admit, like, there are some jokes that made me laugh, but most of the jokes are mostly hit and miss at the end of the day. So overall, Spies in Disguise is not the worst Blue Sky offered. Like, it could be one of their best films they ever made, but that's not really saying much at the end of the day. Sure, the animation is awesome, the action scenes are great, as Will Smith does a great job of his character, but at the end of the day, it suffers from poor writing and tries to play safe with the case. At the end of the day, I guess you could watch it, but don't expect anything great out of it, just because it has Will Smith in it. You know what saddens me the most though? I know Blue Sky has lots of potential in making a great film. The problem is that they just make forgettable movies that no one will remember. Like, the only time they really succeeded in making an outstanding movie was the Peanuts movie. But even with then, I wish Blue Sky could make something that everyone will remember and to make them stand out from all the rest of the studios. I mean, granted they're no Illumination, but they're not good either, like making forgettable movies. Rio, Ferdinand, Robots, or even this one. Even when they try to make a sequel, it ends up just being garbage, like the Ice Age sequels, or even Rio 2. And if you look at other films like Disney, Pixar, and DreamWorks, you can see that they have much more films to come up in the next few years. But with Blue Sky, they don't have that much in their plates still. And honestly, it makes me sad because I really wanted to do well in the animations industry. I mean, I wanted to outshine Disney at one point. But that's never going to happen because they keep aiming their audience to kids. And I hope one day they can make a movie that could aim for both children and adults, just like they did with the Peanuts movie. I mean, even with the Disney and Fox deal, they still seem to be aiming their audience to children. But at the end of the day, their films make money, and honestly, I don't think there's nothing that's going to change about their films. I will say it's not as bad as this concept, but it is something to forget about at the end of the day.
Really?